the South Asian Insider Opinion and News Analysis, exclusively on Ghosh India WebTV. This is Susmita Ghosh, Deputy Managing Editor, India. US exits Bagram. Afghans regret decades of war. What's next? American troops exit Bagram unexpectedly after 20 years of their largest military base in Afghanistan, marking a representative end to the extensive war in US history. Locals living in the shadow of the base and near Kabul were left repenting the past and bracing for what comes next. Violence has been strong all over Afghanistan in the week since President Joe Biden announced to withdraw all the forces completely from Afghanistan by September 11, the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attack. In 1980, it was run by the Soviet troops, and in 1990, it was disputed by the Taliban and the Northern Alliance. In 2001, the NATO took over Bagram. New York City firefighters and police buried a piece of the World Trade Center in December 2001, days after the Taliban tumbled for protecting Osama bin Laden. According to the worried locals, American troops came with bombing the Taliban and got rid of their rule. With the presence of Americans, there were lots of people working, but now there are no jobs. Resentful Afghans can foresee the unstable local economy. Some say the presence of foreign troops distorted Afghanistan's economy, and with their departure, the Taliban will definitely take over anytime soon. Fearing the return of the Taliban, it will be a repeat of 1996. Taliban hasn't changed at all. They don't care about democracy or peace. They only need power. According to the activists in northeast Afghanistan, if they return to Kabul, they will impose new laws. Like men will be asked to grow beards and the women won't be allowed to step out unaccompanied. Dowry rules are set for marriage and will insist trials without evidences. The Taliban will definitely be behind capturing Bagram, as it will be their win on two reasons: the symbolism of taking over former American base and the strategic value of Bagram. It's a fortress 40 kilometers north of Kabul, so there are chances that the Taliban will be trying to draw a plan. The Americans seem to have predicted this. Based on United Nations records, more than around 3,500 foreign troops were killed in a two-decade war, which has claimed over 100,000 civilians since 2009 alone. President Biden said that even if the troops' departure is on track, some American forces will still be in Afghanistan in September. He thinks the government of Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has the capacity to withstand recent Taliban advances. The US Embassy in Afghanistan informed that Washington was firmly committed to provide Afghanistan security assistance of $3 billion in 2022. The United States has requested Kazakhstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan to offer a temporary home to around 10,000 Afghans who worked with either US or allied forces. Several European nations also provided shelters to hundreds of Afghan employees and their families directly threatened by the Taliban. Long back, the US had come to an inference the war was unwinnable. Presidents, starting from Barack Obama, had planned to bring American troops back home from Afghanistan, but they always wanted a face-saving exit. President Joe Biden permitted the Trump-Taliban deal but pushed the deadline to September 11. The terms of the Trump-Taliban deal dealt with four aspects: violence, foreign troops, intra-Afghan peace talks, and the use of Afghan soil by terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. The Taliban decreased conflicts against the foreign troops but continued to attack Afghan forces even after the agreement was signed. Afghanistan also saw a series of targeted killings of journalists, activists, and other civil society figures over the time, which the Afghan government believes to be Taliban act. Bagram's new Commander General Mir Asadullah Kohistani appreciated 20 years of US and NATO's involvement in Afghanistan, but the time has come for the Afghans to step up, secure and build their own country, thereby solving every other problem.